Call it Pop Bubba Sparks.
Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, booty.
Hey, I don't know.
Good morning, YouTube. It's Desi and I'm back with another video, y'all. So this video is going to be a car talk. I'm gonna kind of hurry up on this one. I'm here early at the job right now, so I figured I would do like a quick vlog. This video is going to talk about, can you survive off of a patient care technician salary? Remember that my videos are only dealt with as far as for here in Florida, so that'll be where my experience pretty much come in at as far as for my information. Now don't get me wrong, most people that works as a patient care technician, they usually make a lot more money in a different state, but here in Florida, in the more southern states, it's not really as much. My camera quality sucks really bad, but it looks like it's perfect right here, so I'm gonna just kind of talk and zoomed in. So first, most people want to know as far as for how much do patient care technicians make. Now here in Florida, they say that the most of the patient care technician usually makes around $28,000 a year. As far as for hourly, they only make like $13 an hour. So as far as for can you survive, I feel like it depends on everybody, situation, but I feel as if like if you're working and you have like no kids or anything like that, you can definitely survive off the salary. I feel as if you have kids and don't have that much support, it may be a little bit challenging, or if you have kids and you have support as well too, then you'll be able to survive off the salary. But $13 an hour really isn't that much. For the most part, that's pretty much around the same amount that CNAs usually make, or maybe even less, but it depends on the location that you work at. Most of the time, patient care technicians usually work at hospitals. They can work at as far as for retirement homes and whatnot, but however, the most reliable would be hospitals. I'm going to take this off, y'all. The color today is black, y'all. We got new scrubs, so I'm really excited about that. We've been on a schedule. So yeah. All right, so PCTs, that's basically what a patient care technician basically is, but PCTs basically play a role as far as for inpatient care, whether you're working in a hospital, doctor's office, nursing home, or long-term care facility, you'll be working directly with patients. Also, you'll have a lot of hand-in-hand type of opportunities with the nurses, and the type of work that you'll be doing will be serving meals, so you'll kind of help out with the patients whenever eating. You may be working with a lot of elderly patients, so that may come in as far as for where you serve the meals. Also changing bedding, making sure that you change the bedside, any type of mattress or any type of sheets or anything like that when dealing with the patients. That'll be your job to kind of change that. Most patients may have problems with going to the bathroom or anything like that, so you want to make sure that you're beside them at bedtime. Another thing would be assisting with restroom needs. So like I said, if they're unable to go to the bathroom, you want to be able to help them get up and go to the restroom, those type of things. Also, you'll be measuring and monitoring vital signs. Now, that's very something that you'll be doing every day. For the most part, with medical assistant, we do vital signs every day. Where you could do it like manual, or which is the best way, or you could do it electronically. But most of the time, you want to make sure that you know how to get the blood pressure on both ways. That way, if anything happened, you know exactly what to do. Also, you're going to be managing food and liquid intake, making sure that you draw blood, perform CPR, administer IVs, handling safety checks, and offering emotional support to patients and families. Now, it can be a hard time when being a patient care technician because you see so many things. Like I said, if you're working in a hospital setting, you definitely see a lot more than a person that would be working at a long-term care facility or something like that. But for the most part, I feel like as a patient care technician, it kind of reminds me of the same level of a medical assistant and CNA. At the same time, we're working with nurses, but you just want to make sure that you stay limited to what you're doing as far as for the job. You'll need critical skills. That'll basically go a long way when becoming a patient care technician. Also, excellent customer service skills. You want to make sure you always keep the patient first and making sure you keep them happy. The majority of the time, the patients that you'll be working with usually stay in the hospital for quite a long time, so you want to build that type of relationship with them. You'll probably be working nights and weekends and majority holidays as well too. Patient care technicians usually don't have weekends off or anything like that, so if you're looking for a schedule like that, this wouldn't be the job for you. Most of the time, patient care technicians are either on call or they'll have a set schedule as far as for making sure that they either work wherever the hospital will basically put them, but it's not more so like a Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and then you have weekends off. It's kind of like whenever they need you, they'll make sure that they have you set in. But for the most part, I can say that you do get your hours when it comes to patient care technician. Like I said, they make up to an average of $28,000 a year, to the most probably $30,000 a year. But like I said, it all depends on the location that you're trying to go at for patient care technician. I just feel as if $13 an hour is not enough. With them raising the minimum wage, for the most part, I feel like a lot of these healthcare jobs should definitely be 18 an hour, especially when we're working with the nurses and everything like that. Like, it's just, I feel like the experience has to be on point. Most people want to know as far as for how do you become a patient care technician. So in order to become, you want to make sure that you go to any type of schooling to get the certain type of training when it comes to working with patients. Most people usually go to community colleges, so it all just depends on that. You also have to make sure that you pass a certification exam. So make sure that you just kind of know what you're doing when it comes to patient care technician. And as far as for what's the difference between a patient care technician and a CNA, so basically CNAs, both of them will basically handle patients as far as for bathing them and moving and feeding patients and stuff like that. But the main difference is that CNAs are more so, it's limited. So basically CNAs provide the basic care as far as for patients, but patient care technicians do a lot more, like as far as for assisting with IVs and stuff like that. CNAs don't do that. For the most part, nurses will do that. Now, as far as for medical assistant, if you're working in a hospital setting, they may have where you can kind of like set it up or something like that for the nurse. But for the majority of the part, the big stuff, the nurse usually does. Do I feel as if you should become a patient care technician? I feel like, yeah. I mean, when I go to the hospital or whenever I like see anything as far as for the hospital, I see plenty of jobs and plenty of people badges that have the patient care technician. So it got to be a good job, and the growth of the job is growing a lot. But I just feel as if like the salary for a patient care technician and the amount of work that they usually do, it doesn't add up. I just feel like patient care technicians should usually be making like $16 an hour or more, because like I said, it's a lot that you're doing with the patient, a lot of dealing with the patient. So definitely checking into that. This is all of my information as far as for 2021. Can you survive off of the salary? Like I said, if you are a patient care technician and you're doing fairly well as far as for your salary and everything like that, definitely continue on and going forward with it. I just feel as if in reality, if we're talking as far as for can you survive, I feel as if like if you're living here in Florida, it's kind of hard to maintain because you don't get as much. But if you're in a more northern state, you'll get as far as for your worth of your money. But however, it'll be a lot more cost with living in the up north state. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. If there's any other jobs you guys want me to look at to see if you could survive off of it and get my opinion on it, don't forget to leave it down in the link down below. Leave it down in the comments down below, and don't forget to check the other links down below because I'll be sure to provide you guys with more information.